Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Great Books in 10 Minutes. In this episode, we will be analyzing Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. If you would like to watch my summary of The Old Man and the Sea, you can find it on the channel or from the links in the description box and the pinned comment. You can also get the literary companion for this book and all other titles featured on this channel by exploring the links in the pinned comments. Each literary companion offers an in-depth plot chart, a written summary, and a thoughtful analysis. The Old Man and the Sea is a timeless classic that has captured the hearts of readers for decades. This novella tells the story of an old fisherman named Santiago and his perilous encounter with a giant fish in the waters off the coast of Cuba. While the story may seem simple on the surface, it is packed with profound themes and insights into the human condition. The Old Man and the Sea explores the inner conflict of a man grappling with his vulnerabilities, finding true valor only when faced with a formidable adversary. Santiago, the protagonist, embodies admirable traits that endear him to readers: his reverence for the majestic fish, his genuine connection with nature, his unassuming demeanor, and his gratitude for the gift of life, despite his modest resources, captivate readers, compelling them to champion his journey to overcome adversity. What makes The Old Man and the Sea so powerful is Hemingway's ability to capture the essence of the human spirit in the character of Santiago. When he finally does catch a giant fish, he is forced to battle not only hungry sharks which attack his catch, but also the elements which threaten to defeat him at every turn. Santiago's persistence is closely linked to his sense of pride. He takes great pride in his skills as a fisherman, and he feels a deep sense of shame when he fails to catch anything. He is also a deeply introspective character. He spends a great deal of time thinking about his life, his past experiences, and his relationship with the sea. Through his musings, Hemingway reveals a man who is both humble and wise, with a deep respect for the power of nature and the interconnectedness of all living things. Santiago's journey is one of perseverance in the face of overwhelming hardship. However, despite these setbacks, he refuses to accept defeat and ultimately emerges from the experience with a sense of pride and accomplishment. Hemingway suggests that Santiago's final victory had nothing to do with catching the fish, but everything to do with his refusal to give up and surrender to the challenges he faced. According to the author, a man can be destroyed but not defeated. For Hemingway, Santiago's strength of character and unwavering commitment to his goals are what define his victory. By persevering in the face of adversity, Santiago demonstrates his ability to endure the hardships he faced and proves to himself that he is capable of achieving great things through hard work and perseverance. This experience gives him a renewed sense of self-respect and dignity, and serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of staying true to our dreams, even when faced with overwhelming obstacles. Throughout Santiago's journey in The Old Man and the Sea, he is entirely alone, without the help or support of others. His apprentice, Manolin, is absent due to his parents forbidding him from accompanying Santiago on his fishing trips. This absence helps to highlight the theme of solitude and individual struggle that runs throughout the book, emphasizing the idea that there are some battles in life that can only be faced by the individual alone. Despite this, Santiago's memories, the challenges he has faced, and the boy's friendship all have a profound impact on his strength and willpower to not give up and continue in his quest. The giant fish, in a way, is a mirror for Santiago, reflecting his own trials and tenacity. Throughout the novella, the two are intertwined, defined by each other's struggle and resilience. On one hand, the fish represents the ultimate challenge for Santiago. It is a powerful and elusive creature, and catching it requires great skill and determination. Santiago is determined to catch the fish, despite the many setbacks and challenges he faces along the way. In his pursuit of the fish, he is forced to confront his own fears and limitations and to find the strength to persevere in the face of overwhelming adversity. The marlin in this sense represents the external obstacle that Santiago must overcome to prove himself as a skilled fisherman. On the other hand, the marlin reflects Santiago's own grit and resilience. Just as Santiago is determined to catch the fish, the marlin is equally determined to escape. The two are locked in a battle of wills, each one pushing the other to their limits. In this sense, the marlin represents the internal struggle that Santiago must overcome in order to prove himself as a man. We can argue that Hemingway believes the main opponent that Santiago has to face is not the great fish, but himself and his insecurities. In the story, the sharks function as a powerful symbol of the inevitability of death and the force of destiny. Hemingway believes that the deeds and actions of a man throughout his life and the character he shows are more important than any prize that he could ever conquer. This theme is exemplified by Santiago's struggle to catch the giant marlin, which is ultimately taken from him bit by the sharks. At the end of his journey, the only thing that remains valuable is the resilience and strength that Santiago showed during his struggle with the marlin. The sharks in The Old Man and the Sea serve as a powerful symbol of the forces of death and destiny that are beyond the control of any individual. No matter how hard Santiago fights, he cannot stop the sharks from taking away his prize. This emphasizes the idea that in life, it is not the prizes we conquer, but the character that we show in the face of adversity that truly matters. Hemingway believes that long after the physical prize has been lost, the memory of a good deed will endure. The skeleton of the giant fish lying on the beach symbolizes a fleeting trophy destined to fade into history. Yet Santiago's unwavering strength and determination will endure. Through his epic struggle with the marlin and steadfast commitment to his goal, Santiago emerges as a man of remarkable character. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me in this literary journey. I hope you found my analysis both enjoyable and thought-provoking. I strive to offer a unique, out-of-the-box perspective on the subjects I explore, acknowledging that they may differ from mainstream interpretations. Remember, you don't have to accept everything I have shared. These are simply my personal thoughts, shaped by years of learning and passion for literature. If you would like to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your engagement helps keep this literary conversation alive. Until next time, keep reading and exploring the world of words.